Right, here we go, Belize City. This is the $1 million moment. Find out whether the boys actually turned up to get me. First impression's not looking good. Have a little nosy on, see if we can find someone. No sign of them yet. And my bus was quite late in actually, so it's probably not looking the best so far. I'll try and get some internet or something somewhere and see if we can kind of make contact with them and go from there. So I found him and I'm in the vehicle. Next stop, Belmopan. Let's see what happens next. Basically, as soon as I arrived, it was kind of hit the ground running. I was knackered, trying to learn people's names, not really knowing who anyone was. And from there, I was straight away kind of thrown into this car. We were off to watch an under-17s and under-15s championship. Been district versus district for the past few months, so it was the big final. It was held at a stadium down the road where there's a Nations League game actually this week, which I'll be going to. Quite an overwhelming experience, really. I was kind of bundled into a car, grab a couple of national team youth players, lob them in the boot, drive down to a stadium, watch a game, give some analysis. God knows what happened after that. I think I was watching a couple more games, some training sessions here at the stadium, and then from there it's just been non-stop. On the first Monday, I gave a bit of a talk, kind of let the federation know who I was, what my goals were, and what I hoped to achieve. And I was really lucky. That went extremely well, way better than I expected actually. I knew it was going to take some time for me to kind of win the trust. Let's get up here. Win the trust of the people who I'm going to be working with. But they were so on board, and their vision and everything, it really does marry into kind of what I want to achieve here. So I've kind of come on board and trying to look at it from a youth development sort of side, and I've come up with a few different project ideas. Been non-stop since then, which is why this upload's taken a little bit of time. So from there, I've just been flat out kind of meeting people every day, sitting in on meetings, sharing ideas, and it's been great fun. It's been really, really great fun, and I know that some of the stuff and some of the project ideas which I pitched to the guys here, they're going to really help move just the partnership between sport and education, move it forward, get more young people engaging in team activities, developing leadership skills, developing social skills, developing physical fitness, and it's going to create a much better partnership between the Ministry of Education and the people here at the Football Federation, which I think at the moment is probably not as strong as it could be. I think it's absolutely key to get as many young people involved in sport. I don't really mind what sport that is, but obviously I'm coming at it from the football side of things, and that's for both boys and girls. So it's just so important to get young people involved. And the only way we can do that is by targeting the primary schools and getting right in there at grassroots. So I'm kind of working on this project, which is hopefully going to really raise the standard of grassroots coaching across the country. I'm going to try and make sure that every single school has somebody who is on a pathway to a coaching qualification, even if they're not yet started on that qualification. We've got the funding already from FIFA to do it, and I've tried to build a model which is going to allow that to happen. So that's one of my projects, and that's going to take me probably the next year to kind of get that one up and running. So I'm going to be keeping you updated as I develop that project. The other project which I've suggested and I've started to develop, running a soccer school on a Saturday, and just to get more. At the moment, the football doesn't really start until you're kind of age 10, and by that point it's too late. There's a real missed opportunity of those people from 5 and up. So I want to try and utilize the great space that we've got here on the pitch and get more young people in. And I'm trying to now develop that idea and think about how can I build something which is sustainable, that's free to access, and that can get more parents and more kids down to see the work that they're doing here, get quality coaching, get more coaches down to watch that and see and raise raise their own aspirations for what they want to achieve as a coach and raise their own standards as a coach. So that's going to be an exciting project as well, and I'm really hoping to get that one up and running for the new year. So that's going to be a busy couple of months working away on that one. Outside of that, I got to go and visit a few places at the weekend. I went down to a place called Dangriga, which is where it's kind of the stronghold for the Garifuna, which is a group of people here. Like it's a subculture, I'd say, within Belize, and it's got quite an interesting history. I went with Philip. It was his birthday at the weekend, and he was so kind as to let me stay with his family members and really experience kind of his birthday, and it was a pretty wild night. I mean, I don't know, I'll kind of talk through that night, I guess. But it was definitely not what I expected to start with, but I'm so glad that I went, and I feel really honoured that he, after only a week of knowing me, he felt comfortable enough to invite me down and let me stay at his home. I feel really privileged for that, and it's kind of given me confidence as well that, you know, people are listening to what I'm saying and trusting me, and I'm already starting to develop a bit of a social circle, which is so important when you move to a new culture and getting yourself involved.
Right, so I'm sat here trying to edit this, and I've collected some footage from the night, and I've paused it at this moment here because everything that follows I feel is a direct result of this. Quite early by this point, I've just arrived, and there's a lot of drinks, and the drinks that are there are not my typical drinks. So right now I've got myself a very generous helping of rum and coke. Don't drink rum, don't drink coke, but there I am, absolutely loving it. So we've got Philip here, his nice little family photo for his birthday. Everyone's dead proud of him. He's got his aunties, his uncles, his cousins, his sisters, his mum, everyone's in there. And who's decided to geg in? Oh wait, here he is, this guy, absolutely loving it. Loving it so much that he decides his drink probably deserves a space in there as well. Can't see anybody else showing the drink. But there I am, me and me rum and coke. Couldn't be more proud of myself. Cheers, mate. I'm filming absolutely nothing here. But it's basically me and a couple of the people from the party going to a bar. We cut now to a beautiful ambient scene. Oh, look at this cinematic shot as the camera pans. Oh, on the beers now. Another drink that I don't drink. Dead proud of myself. Make sure you get that in the shot. Oh, look at this. This is great, this one. This is me thinking to myself, oh, get a little bit of the ambience, get a bit of street action. Be some great footage, this. Just literally me walking down the street, walking past people. And then abruptly cut to this one. But very kindly, Philip's sister decided to host me for the night and gave me one of their kids' rooms. Oh, and here he is. Hey, look at this guy. Absolute time of your life. Little did he know the lack of sleep he was about to get. 3 hours later.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
That is not the way you want to start your day. That made for an incredibly rough ride home. Felt rough as hell. Absolutely rough as hell.
As you'll see, the buildings themselves are in need of a lot of work quite urgently. And just reading through some of the comments on Facebook and stuff about the Federation, it seems like people think that there's this surplus of money or there's loads of money happening within the Federation. That's really not the case. The model that they've currently got, they know is not sustainable, and it's entirely dependent on FIFA funding. But this is proper grassroots level here. This is really at the start of a big journey that they're going to be going on. And the next few years are going to be really exciting for football in Belize, I think.
Right, here we go. We're doing a really quick tour. We've got two buildings there. I've got my office in the bottom. I've got a bedroom up top. Oh my God, this is fast. Okay, we're suddenly in my office. We're in the first building. That's what it looks like. Oh, cut across. We're not even there anymore. We're over in the same building as my bedroom. Got a little lounge area there. Come round the corner. Got some constant drinks. Bit of jarred coffee bean there. Our same building upstairs, we've got broken weights machines and loads of mattresses. This is now a player's dorm room. We've got 4 beds in there. I've seen about 4 others on the floor before, not in great way. Cutting down the corridor. Oh, right, now we're in my room. I've got 2 desks there. That telly doesn't work. Oh, there's me whip. Check me whip out. Yes, please. I like that. And yeah, there's me bed. There's me footy gear. My aircon set to a cool 17, leaking away as ever. Might be able to hear it leaking away in the background right now. Yeah, apparently I love giving us time to watch that bit. That's great. That's great. Let's cut that now. Yeah, here we go. We're in my shower. Had to self-assemble that. That's just a cold feed going in there. Wakes you up. Boggo there, sink there. Not in great shape, you can see that. Oh, we're now outside. We're on the artificial pitch, one of 3 in the country. No time to talk about it though. There's the stands. That one's been repaired. This one hasn't. It's got trees growing through it. Due to be tidied up in November. Big project going to be starting there. That's the stands, yeah. Oh, I'm about to start talking.
So outside of the kind of mornings that I'm working on these projects, I've got some other big things on the go, which I'm going to be covering in the next episode. That's already pretty much finished. Actually, I just kind of hadn't explained how I got to Belize and why I got here, so I've had to kind of force this episode in. But I've got a really exciting one coming next, where I've got something I'm working on in the afternoon. It's just a great experience and not something which I planned on doing so early into my trip. But I can't wait to share that with you and let you all know what I'm up to there. But it's exciting. It's really, really exciting. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say. That's just a little update. I hope you've enjoyed my tour of where I'm staying and where I'm living and what I'm up to next. So keep supporting the channel, keep watching the videos and subscribe if you haven't. It's great to know that people are watching this and getting inspired by this, and thanks to everyone who sent me a message or a comment and you know, let me know that you're backing me. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this.